Okay, so again, it's Jamie Swanson, and we're super excited that you're here for our final call of our Director Bounds. So we're just going to jump right on in with just a little bit of a recap from last week. So I'm hoping at this point that everybody listened or was able to be on the call live or have listened to the recording. Amy's recording was, or her call was fantastic. So if you, for whatever reason, didn't get on it, make sure you do it, because it's just going to bless you in so many big ways. How many of you have been doing, or how many of you got good results from the mini booking blitz? Raise your hand or put in the chat, because I'd love to hear. All right, so I'd love to hear from at least 2 or 3 of you what came from that little mini booking blitz that we did last week. So a couple of you come off of mute and tell us your results. I've got nothing but time, so you guys just take your time. I'm here. Michelle, you raised your hand, so can you come off of mute and tell us? I'm gonna volunteer you.
All right, I got a lot of background noise here, so bear with me.
You're good.
All
right, so tell us the results from the mini booking blitz last week.
Yeah, from the mini booking blitz, I actually was only able to reach out to 3 people. And from those 3 people, I got 1 yes, which I've started a party. Well, actually, that party's coming up in a couple weeks. And I got 1, how about November? And then 1 is just like radio silence.
Okay.
But I still made some progress. I mean, it was only, I think, a couple minutes. So I was real pleased with that.
Right. And so like 2 out of 3, that's pretty incredible. So I think that's great. All right, let's hear from one other person. And then I want to drive a real important fact home. All right, who else? Yeah, Kathy, come off of mute and tell us.
I wasn't able to reach out to like as many people as I wanted, but I got 2 catalog parties and 2 parties out of it. So
oh my gosh, so a total of 4
parties, right?
4. Oh my gosh. And Amy, did you guys do 10 minutes? Is that all you did? Was about 10 minutes or so? Okay, 5 minutes. So if just from that, we found out just from 2 consultants that was 6 parties that was generated with the use of 5 minutes of time, how do you think that would benefit your business if you did that 5 minutes twice a day for at least 5 days a week? So how much business do you think? What's that?
It'd be too much parties.
Yeah, well, that's right. And wouldn't that be a great issue, a great problem to have? So there's little saying, the concept of enough. So when you have enough parties, you'll have enough sales, and you'll have enough bookings, and you'll have enough recruit leads, and your team will be exactly like you want it. So good. So I'm going to encourage you guys to continue doing that. You don't have to do it with us. Just take that little, a power hour and break it down into little 5-minute spots if that's all you've got. So how many of you are consistently making 10 contacts a day? Okay. If you're not, and you want growth, and you want the growth to get you to the next level of your career plan, to have the bookings that you need, and just to have the sales that's going to pad your paycheck, that's a great place to start. So 10 contacts a day. And if you did, the booking blitz, booking blitz is on your own. That's going to be a great way to reach for that. And then, did anybody get 10 no's for this week? And I can only see just a short, a very small group of people. So we got some no's. Okay, good. Keep going forward, because I think, like, I love a no. I love a no. I celebrate everyone. And on the poll, it didn't seem like anybody had scheduled a 3-way recruiting interview. Did anybody get one of those scheduled with your director this week? All right. Okay. Oh, it looks like Kathy, you did. Good. What's the results from that?
Right now, she's one of my hosts for next month. So she's actually a former consultant from my team ages ago. Mm-hmm. And she's doing a show this month. So, she wasn't even considering it. And so, between Donna and I talking, great help from Donna. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I think she's pondering it now. She was thinking she was too busy. And of course, she was still from what is now the dark ages, thinking purely cooking shows. And with how busy she is, I was able to talk to her about virtual parties and, how I'm, making it work at this point and that transition. And I think that, kind of triggered some thoughts for her.
Great.
So we're going to do the party and see where we go.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's what you've got to do. You've got to reach out to a lot of people to finally get people to sign up. So that's what we need to do. We just need to keep reaching out. And especially if you're new or you're just not a seasoned recruiter, please don't do it on your own. Like, talk with your director, your leader, or even the director above you, and get the help that you need, because we can, or reach out to me. Like, we will be glad to help you. All right. Did you guys see my post from earlier about how to do a shortcut using either an iPhone or an Android, how to create text shortcuts? Did anybody see it and create one?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Who did it? I'm sorry, I can't see.
Peggy Earhart.
Okay, Peggy. Hey, Peggy. All right. So, what kind of shortcut did you create using your?
I went to a meeting last week with Jennifer and Donna, and so it was the initial. The very first one that I did was about how would you like to schedule a party. I forgot how I could pull up my phone and look at it, but it was something along those lines about scheduling their party.
Okay, good. So
there's more we can do, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I clipped this from what the Christy Liverance information that she shared. So she did a great little video that I shared that was from that training. And then she had these little printouts. I think you guys had little cards that were handed out. But if you've got an Android like I do, it tells you exactly how to do it. And then if you've got an iPhone, so right at 9:10 and 9:11, there are going to be 2 shortcuts that will be going into the September Director Bound that I want you, if you can't do it right now, this is something that this is going to be part of your assignment. And I really want you to do it between tonight and tomorrow because I think it will be very helpful. And these are based on recruiting. So come up with some for bookings or, the other things that you tend to send out a lot. But we're going to have one for sharing how to access the Be a Consultant section of the website where they can see videos or just go to sign up. And then the other thing is we want more people on our PC Your Way every Wednesday. And if you don't have to type that over and figure out where the link is over and over and over, because we're going to do it every Wednesday now. So that's just going to be a really good text replacement to have in there. So any minute now, you should see that coming up. So we'll just go on because this is something, if you didn't do it already, this is not what I want to spend our time on, but this is going to be a game changer, you guys, because if we can just automate some things, like schedule things through Facebook, this is no different than having these little text replacements that we'll have saved in our phone. I have shortcuts or it's a clipboard on my phone, so I use that a lot, but this would be great too. All right, so what we're going to do in just a few minutes after we talk about this is we're going to do a little recruiting blitz tonight rather than a booking blitz. So what I want you to do is think about the people that you've talked to this month, you've talked to in the last couple of weeks, you've talked to just over the last couple of months, and who do you need to follow up with? Because this is a great time. We have one more day, like a day and a couple hours left with the most amazing new consultant promotion that I've ever seen in the 17 years that I've been in the business. I don't think I've ever seen a new consultant sign-on bonus that was more than maybe $250. So the fact that we're offering the blender for free for our new consultants this month and only through tomorrow, is awesome. So but I think about right now you should be in the Director Bound group, the picture of the blender with the suggestions of what I would send out. Just a quick little blurb that I'd love for you to go in and copy, and then we'll paste it into a message. And then I want you to spend about 5 minutes just sending it out to people that you've been meaning to follow up with, because because, hey, send it out tonight, and then you'll have chance to hopefully chat with them a little bit more. Maybe it's somebody that you haven't talked to, but that's been on your list that you really wanted to reach out to. We don't know the future. We don't know as of Tuesday if there's going to be a new consultant promotion, and we've kind of gotten wind that moving forward, there's probably not going to be nearly as many new consultant promotions as there has been in the past. I don't know. I don't have the crystal ball. I don't know until Tuesday, just like you will, but I can guarantee it won't be anything like a blender. So, but think about people that you just would love to work with. So maybe somebody that's on your chicken list. Have y'all heard about the chicken list? Y'all discussing what's on the chicken list? It's just somebody that you are intimidated to reach out to. So maybe it's somebody that has been successful in another direct sales business, or maybe it's like a family member that you're just worried how they would take it if you invited them. I encourage you to think of at least 2 people that are on your chicken list tonight to send that very message to. And so, the message that I posted out, and hopefully it's posted, is what I'm calling the last call for the September promotion. So let's take about 10 minutes. Well, actually, let's start with 5, and if you need more, we'll let you know. But I'll give you like a 3 and a 1 minute warning, because I really want to maximize our time tonight. So what I'd love for you to do is make sure you're on mute. And then also just jot down who you're contacting, because the fortune's in the follow-up. If they don't get up with you today, then you've got you'll be able to touch base with them, because once tomorrow happens, you're going to start getting all the text and messages, and it's just going to jumble that up. Okay. So I'm going to set my timer, and at 9:20, we're going to come back. So let's see how many people you can send that message. And hopefully let me take a peek just to make sure that it made it out. Yep. So it looks just like this. Oh, you can't see, it's too dark. But yeah, it has the picture of the blender. And then, I even put the link to the Be a Consultant. So it says, hope you're having a great night. Tomorrow's the last day for this amazing new consultant promotion. We've never had an offer of a promotion bonus of this value. Let me know if you have any questions or just want to know how to get started. And then it gives them the link on the Pampered Chef website to be a consultant. Okay. All right. 5 minutes. All right, we've got about 3 more minutes. I hope you're making great progress. right, we've got 1 more minute. All righty. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, good. Terry, I saw Terry's thumbs up.
I think I gave the whole hand.
Oh, Peggy, I got a hand to get a face, but I got a whole hand. I love it.
There's no hand. I mean, there's no face. I did my makeup for nothing.
No, I don't see your face, girl. You got to turn that camera on.
My husband came in and he's like, they can't see you. I'm like, well, I did my makeup.
I know. You got to look good. I just ate a little lasagna. I may even have some oregano in my teeth, so I do apologize. Okay, so let's chat a little bit. How many of you got more than 4 messages out, 4 contacts? And I can't see. Let me see. Keep your hand raised if you've got more than 4 text out. 3?
I did 2.
Okay, good, good, good. And obviously in that short amount of time, you probably haven't gotten a response. But just who knows what may come in before the call is over. So definitely keep us updated. We'll do a check-in at the end of the call to see if we had any. And then as you get responses tomorrow, we want to hear about it. So make sure you post in our Director Bound group with any successes that you had with that. Because man, wouldn't it be great if we could just recruit tomorrow, which we should be recruiting all the time. But sometimes it takes that last little push at the end of the month to make that happen. So. And if you only got a couple done, you've still got a little bit of time tonight. And then I would say be very intentional. If you can block out 15, 20 minutes tomorrow and send it to anybody that's on your radar, would be great. So, all right, so let's go. Let's see. Oops. I am just all over the place. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to start over. I got too clap. I'm too happy. All right, so let's see if we can. All right, back to it. All right, so let's talk about who your leads are outside of the party, because my topic was not to talk about how to recruit at the party, but how to recruit outside of the party. So, so some of the people that you would consider sharing the business opportunity would obviously be your family and friends, co-workers, neighbors, people in other businesses. And that could be folks that have maybe done another direct sales business, somebody that that's in a direct sales business that doesn't really love, or they're not really jiving with what they're doing, maybe some of your social media contacts. And then we're going to talk about some red flags, because I tell you what, people put a lot of information on social media. And if you have a wise eye, a trained eye, you'll know. We're going to talk about some of the things to look for. Also referrals. So when I invite somebody to do a party or learn more about the business, if they say no, I always just take it the next step and say, hey, if you ever run across anybody that's looking for something like this, I would love to share some more information. And then also think about the people that need something in their life. So maybe it's extra income, something to call their own. And I've got a fun little story about that. Maybe a break from the kids. So maybe it's a stay-at-home mom that you can just see that they are just craving adult interaction, or, they definitely need something more. Maybe somebody's talking about, needing some money for, retirement, or, something like that. So anybody. So what about your let's start with your friends and family. So how could you, or where could you approach them? Just how would you bring it up to friends and family? I want you guys to interact a little bit. Or maybe specifically who is somebody that you can think of that's a friend or family member.
So Jamie, I just finished a virtual party with a friend of mine, which is where I first got hooked up with dealing with Amy and everything. But I have asked her, Pam, the girl that I just finished doing this party for, I've asked her about going in because I know she's hosted a lot of parties before. So I felt like she might be a good person to ask to see about coming into the business.
Okay.
And apparently Amy has asked her before, but she has encouraged me to follow up still some more with Pam. She's not quite ready yet. She wants to wait more till she's closer to retirement, but she's on my list.
Yeah. And it's, you know what, sometimes it's just planting the seed, you know what I mean? It's really just planting the seed. And the people that I'm oftentimes looking for are people that just like have a great personality, you know, that I think that would be good. And so I just offer them a compliment and say, you know what, like, I just really enjoy spending time with you. I would love to take it to the next level and, you know, have you as a part of my team. And what, you know, people love a compliment. You know, none of us get nearly as many as we should. You know, just in our every 9-to-5 jobs, you know, with our family, nobody thanks me for folding the laundry. They just don't. So like, again, as a female, I love hearing compliments from other people. So I think that's a good place, you know, just telling them that you would really enjoy working with them. But make sure it's people that you genuinely would like to work with. Maybe coworkers. So maybe if you've got a job or a past job that somebody that they just had really good work ethic, or, you know, they were just a lot of fun to be around, or maybe you just know their situation. Maybe you know that, you know, what they have going on. Maybe neighbors, like I'm very in tune with what's going on in my neighborhood. So I know who's got kids and 15 different, you know, activities and running all over the place all the time. And oftentimes I think we prejudge like who can do what. And, you know, you would think, oh, the neighbors are super, super busy. They're, you know, they've always got things, you know, going on. But, you know, I find that the busiest people make the best consultants. I'm an extreme, I wouldn't say I'm trying to take the word busy out of my vocabulary, but I live a very full life with a lot of things going on. So, but I get stuff done. I get stuff done because I'm used to juggling and things like that. So, and because I'm out and about, I've got lots of contacts to be in front of. Let's just say, other businesses. So maybe it's another type of direct sales, or maybe your hairdresser. Think about people like that, people that are in contact with lots and lots of folks, and especially with our virtual business, I'm blowing up and so much going on with the virtual business. And maybe they do work 6 days a week, but they, you know, I'm sure they're on their phone a couple of times, you know, throughout the day. So they could definitely work a virtual business. So somebody in other businesses like that, or I love to compliment the waitress or the waiter, or somebody that gives me really good customer service. And so I just simply say, you know, I really enjoyed my dining experience here with you tonight. You have a great personality, and in the type of business that I'm in, or in the business that I'm in, I'm always looking for people that provide excellent customer service. And so what's their next question to me?
What do you do?
What is it that you do? And so then I'm able to turn around and share, oh, well, I'm with Pampered Chef. Are you familiar with Pampered Chef? So, all right. And then, so that's just a little tip, because, you know, there's folks that are looking there. And then, so your social media contacts, man, those people on social media have verbal diarrhea and all over their posts. So if you just go in, just go in and knowing what to look for. So what are some things, and we'll talk about this on the next slide, but what are like 2 things that you could look for somebody that, you know, on social media? Things that
people like to share a lot of food, or if they cooked, or, you know, share something.
That's right. So if people are total foodies and taking picture of their food every time they go out to eat, or every time they make something, those folks are definitely on my radar. They are going on my list of somebody that I need to make contact with. What's another thing that you can see from your social media friends?
Where their personality stands out, and they have a lot of interaction with people.
Yep. That's right. So if they've got a lot of Facebook friends, or people that love to go live, you know, if I'm seeing people that are that go live all the time, or, love to do selfies. I'm like, oh my gosh, if you're, on Facebook a lot, would you like to make some money? I can show you how to play on Facebook and get paid. So, and then of course those referrals. So we talked a little bit about that, and then the folks that need something else. So this is a story that's been passed down, and I don't even know which company the lady went with, but years ago, I heard about this lady that was a doctor's wife, and she hosted every direct sales party. She hosted everyone under the sun. So she was hosting the Tupperware, the bags, the jewelry, the makeup, probably Pampered Chef. And she loved doing it. And she was just constantly hosting, but nobody ever invited her to join the business. And do you want to know why people were not inviting her to join the business?
They assumed she didn't need it.
That's right, because she was the doctor's wife.
Yeah.
And so finally, I don't know if she decided that she was going to ask somebody, or somebody from one of those businesses ask her if she'd like to join the business. And she said, yeah, I need something for myself. I'm tired of being the doctor's wife. She was ready to be the Pampered Chef lady or the jewelry lady or whatever. So hopefully that little story is going to encourage you not to prejudge or assume anything about anybody. This is one of the best things. This is the best thing that our company has to offer. And we should be sharing it with everybody. I remember years ago, I found some like paper towels. I think it was like a 24 pack or something for like $3 at Target. And I wish that I had tracked how many people that I told about that deal. I mean, the most amazing deal that Target had, and people went in. So we should look at our business the same way. It's the best thing we offer. We should be telling everybody about it. So, all right. So here are some red flags that I just want you to kind of be aware of, to look, because, if you're not doing parties, or if you're trying to recruit outside of your parties, here's some red flags that you can, so you just start making sure that you're paying attention. So folks that love to cook, so you'll see some of that on social media, and then you'll just know in general, who just can't wait for Christmas to come so they can do the holiday baking and things like that. When you meet people and they're like, oh my goodness, I love Pampered Chef, or I have a kitchen full of Pampered Chef, take that next step and say, hey, have you ever considered doing something like this? Or have you ever considered being a consultant? Folks that need extra income, there's always reasons that people need extra income. Sometimes they might be in between jobs. Sometimes people, maybe a spouse has lost a job, maybe their kids are so involved in different activities, and they just need those. I don't know how many of you have kids that do dance, any kind of sports, travel sports, gymnastics, anything competition like, man, I'm telling you, those things add up. So sometimes it's just that little extra, like I call it like icing money, the extra, the fluffy stuff that they need to do that. How many of you know, raise your hand, how many of you know somebody that are just not in love with with their current situation, whether it's a relationship situation or their occupation? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So those are people that we may be just the out that they're looking for. Okay. So like, don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. I mean, they're probably not going to be able to replace their income, maybe in their first month or two, but they could definitely start somewhere and give them a goal to have an exit strategy. Maybe some people that are constantly looking for vacations, or they love to vacation. So I wouldn't say that people necessarily in their first, 6 months are always going to earn a vacation with us, but they could. There are people that do it every year in the company. They start mid-year and they're on the next year's vacation. But what they can do is they could use their Pampered Chef money towards their vacation funds. If you know of people that love to cruise, or they're constantly going, here, there, and yonder, those are the people that would be a great to say, hey, Pampered Chef would be an awesome way for you to save money for your next vacation. Kind of like me, who needs a little adult interaction? Like, I love my boys. And look, even Ellen's like, I just need some friends. So I love my boys, but I mean, like my parties are my sanctuary. At my host today, it was funny. My husband had to drop me off. We forgot that at church we needed to take 2 cars. So anyway, it was kind of a funny day. So he dropped me off at the party, and she's like, "Oh, why don't your boys and your husband come in?" I said, "No, this is my thing. This is my thing. They can't cross those boundaries." So that's a great way for me to just have some lady time. So maybe you know of some people that have some big expenses coming up. Maybe they're trying to save for a down payment on a house, or student loans, a vacation, upcoming wedding. Who knows? The sky's the limit on what they could be needing some money for. So just extend the invitation to them. And then something that they can call their own, just like we mentioned, the doctor's wife. All right, what are some other, let's maybe hear 2 other people, that red flags, or the things that that people might be looking for, that you'll see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure what I've got going on.
Yeah.
So, well, in my situation, like I knew that I was retiring in May, so that's a really good thing that would work well, because you've already planned to retire, so it's not like you're needing it to put food on the table. It's just sort of an extra. It's a bonus, and it's something to have fun with.
Right.
I've been having a blast.
And you can't assume that everybody needs it, is looking for it for the income, and that's okay. You guys, I started 17 years ago for a food shopper. I just wanted the food shopper, and I just wanted products in my kitchen. I had a good job. I just graduated from college. It wasn't a monetary thing, and it's just amazing how like your situation, your why, and your needs change over time. But that's perfect. I mean, Peggy just retired. She had a great job, and like she said, this has just been a really fun thing for her to do. And if she had a very I would assume kind of high stress job, so this was like something that she could do that was really, really enjoyable. I'm only imagining Peggy.
True.
Right.
It's so true.
That's right. Any other red flags that you want to keep an eye out for?
People get bored.
Yeah.
People are just bored.
Yeah. So folks that are already in retirement, like I hear people say all the time, my husband is retired now and he is driving me crazy. And so I'll say, hey, if he doesn't want to do this, you should. This would be a great way for for you to get out of the house, get away from him. But those of you that are really active on social media, I might say do a little scavenger hunt every single day. You'll find somebody that says, oh, I don't want to go to work tomorrow, or just all of the things that we see here, they're dreaming about when they're going skiing or whatever. So those would be great people just to reach out and say, hey, I saw your post about, XYZ. And I just wanted to, I've got this thing that I really enjoy, and I think you'd be great at it. Would you like some more information? So,
Yeah.
All right. So what I wanted to do here is just to do a quick little breakout session so we can develop a couple of, scripts basically on how you can invite potential consultants to learn more about the business. So what would be like your, how would you approach somebody about joining the business? And it can be like any topic. So I gave an example. So I love seeing your post about meals with your family. Have you ever thought about Pampered Chef business where you can earn money cooking with others? So that might be just a good way to, if I see somebody posting, food pictures all the time, that might be a way that I'd, introduce the Pampered Chef business opportunity to them. So maybe, folks that are looking for some extra income, or somebody with a great personality. So once you get in your breakout group, I want you to come up with 2 different scripts, or 2 different little conversation starters. Let's call it that you can have. And I want, whoever's the scribe to write it down. And then that person, after our call is over, I want you to post it to the group. So we'll all have a few other ways to talk a little bit, or just some scripts to do. So let me figure out how to do the breakout here. Dun, 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 breakout rooms. All right, so we're gonna do 4 breakout rooms, And then and we'll do 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and do our wrap up. Okay. So is everybody clear on the instructions? Okay. All right. Have fun.
You don't need me to go to a breakout room, do you, Jamie?
Yeah, if you've been assigned to one, that would be great. Because you might be able to offer some encouragement. Yeah, because
I wasn't totally paying attention because I have an appointment tomorrow morning, so
Okay.
I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
I can if you want me to.
Yeah, that would be great if you could just hop in
Okay.
here, because it's just going
Sure.
to be like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Me too, Jamie, because I declined, but I can jump. Can you put me back in one?
Oh gosh, because poor.
If you can't, no big deal. But
Oh gosh.
I was like, Linda, I'm half listening.
Okay.
You got it well under control, but
All right, let's see. And there's like one group that has nobody.
you can move that person.
How do you do that? Okay, so let's see.
It lets you transfer.
Okay, move to. I'm going to do breakout room 3. Sorry, Lindsay.
Oh, that was my sister-in-law.
Okay. Okay, good. She got moved.
We're still here, Jamie, just so you know. We didn't get an invite.
Let's see. I don't know how to. It says move to, and it just keeps you. I'll just move you to a different room. How about that?
Let's see. It popped up, but oh,
Poor Sonia. She's alone too.
I've been on recruiting conversations this whole time, so I've been trying to catch up with some folks on that.
Oh, that's good. So my little 5-minute breakout helped you.
Well, I had some going on before that, and they're just now getting back to me. I'm like, okay, so.
Mhm. Okay, so there's still a couple people that I don't think have joined, so that's okay. I'll give them 2 minutes. Then Amy, should I go ahead and because it takes about a minute for it to shut down, so
Yeah, when you hit the thing that says close out breakout rooms or close the rooms, it automatically goes into a 1-minute countdown.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was thinking. So.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So did anybody have a fabulous message that they just loved and they can't wait to share?
Terry does.
Oh, Carrie, we want to hear about it. Yay.
Huh? What? Oh, no, I'm still typing. I'm not done with my message. I need longer. We need longer.
Hey,
Yeah,
hopefully that's got your creative juices
It did.
flowing.
Yeah.
Good. And I just posted in our group because we want everybody, like whoever was writing them down, to go and share. I think it was like a purple background. So share with them. But Terry, tell us your good message that you're going to inspire us like in a big way with.
Well, I haven't, like I said, I haven't, I just started, we were talking about if you saw somebody on Facebook and you're friends with that person and then you see their comments, and sometimes you're not friends with the person who commented. We talked about how would you reach out to that person and say, you know, hey, Jane, you know, this is Terry. We have a mutual friend with Susie. You know, it seems like we both have a mutual interest in cooking. You know, what do you think about, you know, could I think about joining, again, I haven't written down Pampered Chef. You know, it's a great side gig I'm doing. I think you'd really enjoy it. Would you like more information? Something like that.
Yeah, and just encouraging them to, you know, or even saying, have you ever thought about doing something like Pampered Chef?
Yeah.
You know, just kind of like softly planting the idea there, I think is good. Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it. Does anybody else have a good one?
Well, thank you, Terry.
What's that?
I was just thanking Terry for
I
taking
know
it.
that was a great idea because you know you see the same people commenting on stuff often. And you're like, hey, I think this girl and I could get along. So, great. Well, was there another one that somebody had?
Ours was really good. I was with Michelle and Linda came on, who's already a director. I think it was Linda.
Yep.
And we were talking about how the people that I've been talking to recently, a lot of them are people that I know. And a lot of the times I'll say, like, your personality is so great. You'd be so good at this, because they just, I mean, there are a lot of talkers a lot. But Linda was telling us just to, when we talk to people, it doesn't need to be like this big thing, just to be authentic with the people. Sorry if a lot of background noise. I have kids and dogs. But just to be authentic with the people that you're talking to and being able to connect with them and like genuinely connect with them will definitely help you get recruits better than saying like the same thing over and over again. Yep. Especially if you say, you have such a great personality to a shy person, then obviously they're going to be like, she's just trying to sell me something.
Right. So they will read right through that. So I agree. And I think it's good to start with an idea to go with, but even more important, start some conversation. Like if you're green dotting people, don't go straight for the jugular. You know what I mean? Because we all just, that's pretty disgusting to all of us. And I don't unfriend people, but I sure do try to hide them, when they start doing that to me. So don't be hidden. Okay. So if you guys, after we get off in just a few minutes, if you'll take a few minutes to post any of those, and hopefully that's just going to inspire. And it's really not, there's not any magic words to say. It's just doing it, connect with people and show a genuine interest and just find out if there is more information. So here I'm going to do a little kind of a little wrap up here. I'd love to hear from a couple of you how you feel that this program over the last 4 weeks has helped you grow as a consultant. So do we have anybody that's had just some major business shifts or changes, and you feel like this program has helped?
I haven't gotten any people under me yet, but I'm trying to. I was actually talking to Amy the other day and told her like this made me a lot more confident, and I've been able to get a lot more parties and stuff from it. I haven't had anyone say yes to being a consultant yet, but this in the beginning when I used to talk to her, I used to question everything and have anxiety about everything and if I was going to do good or not. And you can ask her, it was probably slightly annoying, but this has made me a lot more confident. And so I've been able to just more easily talk to people and get a lot more people to host parties.
That's right. You know, and really that was our goal. Like, we would love for each and every one of you to become a director, but we knew that the folks that really, really worked, you know, did the homework and participated actively, they were going to have growth in this business. And so we are so excited, just so excited that that you did that. Can we have one more person share how this program has helped you over the last 4 weeks?
Hi, Jamie. I'd like to share.
Yeah.
I really felt that the program was really great about, like the young lady just said before, building that confidence and reaching out. You know, for when I started, I pretty much had some parties already booked, but this actually grew me to stretch to 2 and 3 parties a week. I was just doing 1 a week because I thought that's all I could handle. But it really helped me to develop that. And then even some of the techniques, my particular group also does a once a month meeting, and I think that's been helpful too.
Good.
So I really appreciate the ability to stretch and grow, and you know, kind of tap resources within myself that I didn't even realize I have at my fingertips, which is even more exciting. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you for sharing. We're excited, and really that was our hope, that there would just be growth. All right, so what are a couple of the new habits that you've developed from this program? So has anybody started doing something that you weren't doing before? So maybe a power hour, the little booking blitzes kind of on your own. So maybe 2 people share what are some new habits or things that you're doing in your business that you weren't doing before.
Well, I've been keeping like a bigger track, like with my book of, you know, my contacts, and really following up with those who, even if they're kind of just a slight, you know, they didn't say no, or they started some kind of conversation. And I, you know, even just from some of those, like, oh, I don't know. And actually I booked 2 parties from those kind of contacts, but I really just better organized with actually keeping up with my contacts and having a list, and then separating who, you know, said yes or maybe, and having that separate list to have a follow-up time.
Okay, good. Yeah, and tracking is so important. So, all right, one more. Does anybody else have another habit?
My biggest challenge, I had a really busy September month, and some of my parties were across the country with people that I didn't even know, that I knew I met like in other Facebook groups. So I didn't know them. And so I'd have them on my calendar, and I think, well, how do I know this person? Because the name wasn't familiar. So I started keeping a better like relationship information on my contacts, so that I can figure out how I can reach them when they've said, yes, we'll have a party.
Right. Gotcha. Well, good. And those relationships typically lead to more future business, and who knows, that they may trust you enough to join the business with you. All right. Was there anything that anybody wished that they had done better or more consistently, whether it was something you knew before the program or something, basically what's something in the program that was taught over the last 3 weeks that you wish that you had done better or more consistently?
I think the go for no's, I had set a goal for myself in the beginning to talk to at least 20 people a day. And the first like 2 weeks I didn't actually do that, but then the last 2 weeks I did. Sorry. And I ended up with a lot more parties and a lot more bookings for October. So I think that if I were to do that in the beginning and actually like stick to what y'all were talking about, that I would have had a better September than I did. So
yeah, because I think it's pretty close to like 70 years of experience between the 4 leaders that are on this call. You know what I mean? So like, we've been there, we've done that, and so yeah, I think that would be super helpful. And no matter where you're at in your business, if you don't have enough business or you have sufficient business, if we're reaching out to 20 people, 20 people a day, 10 people a day, you know what? If we're reaching out to 20 people a week, like, we're just going to grow by leaps and bounds. So thank you for sharing that. But I really want you to ponder on that, because I'm sure some of you didn't do everything as tightly and neatly and nicely as you possibly could. So just kind of ponder on that of, what could you go back and implement starting this week from this program. So, all right, so what's next? Really, that's up to you. So if you're ready to take that next level in your business, we really want you to schedule some time with your director to talk about what's next for you. We'll be starting another Director Bound for October, starting next week. So if that's something that you're interested in, it would be basically the same information, but sometimes it takes hearing it a couple of different times to receive it differently. You just may be in a different place, mind space, or just in a different place in your business. So, but here's the deal: your director's not going to follow up with you about it. It's up to you. You are the ticket to get an invitation into the next one. Or maybe that the next Director Bound is not what needs to happen for you. Maybe there's another program they think would be ideal for you. But that's your biggest goal for this week, is to contact your director and figure out what's next for you. Okay. And we just want to say thank you and congratulations on participating and completing this program. So our hats off to you for investing in yourself, investing in your business, and really in your dreams, because you can have whatever you want in this business. It's really up to you. And we're just super proud of you, and just excited to see what happens next on your journey. All right. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, we're edging way out of time, but does anybody have any questions that we can answer or follow up with? And you're welcome to private message me if you do have any questions. All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much. And make sure that you, I really want you to do those text shortcuts. If you don't do any other ones, do the ones that send them to Be a Consultant on the website, and then the other one for PC Your Way, because we really need your folks in PC Your Way. And you've got to have way more people in there, because some of them will, some of them won't. And then from there, you've got to have a big list to funnel down to the people that actually join the business with you. All right, you guys. Well, have a great night, and thank you so much. Oh, there's a couple of comments, so let me see. Let me see if there was any. All right. Well, you guys have a great night, and I will look forward to seeing you very soon at something. All right.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.